I grew up in the south of London. When I left school, I went and did some work experience doing 3D animation. And then after a couple of years of that, I ended up getting into like community and youth work. And I bought a double-decker bus, which I converted as this amazing like youth club. And I was working with kids that were kind of getting into trouble, kind of vulnerable kids in the inner city in London. During that time, I've travelled a lot with friends around the world. We always did road trips around Europe. And then I kind of stumbled into this YouTube space. And then for the last 6 years, I've been sharing my life online and I guess seeing the potential of having an online platform and spreading a positive message. I'm Louis Cole. I'm a travel influencer. So I was with some friends and we talked about, could we get 1 million views on a video online? And we were talking about just doing outrageous videos. And I'd done a lot of traveling at this point, so I'd seen around the world, people that eat kind of crazy things. So I started this channel online called Food for Louis. And every week my friends would just dare me to eat weirder and weirder things. And that over the course of a year or two, I gained like 500,000 subscribers and every video was hitting like 1 million views. The problem was, it was also, I guess, getting a lot of negative attention. And after a while I thought, this isn't really me. This was just like a crazy stunt I was doing, but now I've got this ability to have this online audience. Is this really what I want to be making? So that's when I transitioned to making travel videos. I love this saying, travel is the antidote to ignorance. And for me, the more I've travelled, the more I've understood other cultures and understood other people's perspectives. So just the more I've travelled, the more I've realised there's beautiful parts of every culture that I think I want to kind of draw from and learn from. Rather than saying I'm a British citizen, for me, I more identify as like, we're all one people around the world. And I know it's kind of like a cheesy phrase, but I really do think it is, and I feel like just as responsible for people that are at war and at the other side of the world and people that are suffering, I feel like, oh, I want to do something about that. Not just protective of my own nationality, because countries we just made up anyway. People are people, we need to care about them. When I'm on my travels, I have started realising that there's this bigger economy at work, especially in like a country which is driven by tourism, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm actually contributing to this country and how it survives and how it's growing, and it's exciting to me as I see tourism growing. And like, I've been back to countries maybe 5-10 years later and seeing them very, very different because tourism's helped them. It's a way of wealth distribution in a way. There's definitely challenges with doing business internationally. For me, how to deal with finances was the first one that really hit me. Like, what currency are you getting paid in? How is that getting transferred? Are there big fees you have to pay when you do international transfers? The core of my business is the ability to work with brands from around the world. So I'm constantly receiving and sending money internationally. That's just part of what I'm doing now. So my business would completely collapse if I couldn't get payments from around the world. I've never seen the appeal personally of just having a comfortable, normal existence and life and 9 to 5. For me, that's just, I want to live a very different life, and I feel like I want to make more of an impact on the world, and I feel like I could share a really powerful message that could help change things potentially.